Good, how are you?
You idiot!
Yeah, I like that guy.
Are you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, Colonel.
Sorry? What do you mean, sorry? Squat jumps around the entire colony. 50 laps! Now!
Please, Colonel.
Ah, yes. That's excellent. So, you can take the materials to District 4.
The restoration's coming along nicely.
Thanks to Melia and Vinea. The High Entia and Machina have some amazing technology.
We are happy to help. To live alongside one another in harmony. After all, I have no doubt this is what Lady Mayneth and Egil would have wanted.
Hear, hear. And may it last forever.
Dunban,
Fiora, what is it?
have you seen Shulk?
Oh, he just left. I don't know where he's gone, but he was with Ryan and the others.
Okay, thank you.
Fiora?
Yes?
It's nothing. Good luck.
If you're looking for Shulk, he is not here.
Amazing. It's like you've got eyes in the back of your head.
No, just wings.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
Wow. You're so much more thoughtful than me.
Really? I don't think so. I was just answering your question.
But I know what you mean. You're right. We've been through a lot.
Yes. We have. I am grateful to all of you. It is because I met you that I experienced so much, and it is the reason I am here now.
Yes. We're happy you're here too. Thanks, Melia. For everything. I'm glad I met you.
And I you.
Yeah. Almost got it.
Ryan! Go, Ryan! Oh, Ricky really hungry.
Put your back into it, Ryan. Are you okay?
It's salty. What's up with the water being so salty?
Ryan, you're terrible at this. When was the last time you fished? Ryan, bad fisherman. Ricky won't eat big fish.
Give us a break. You try next time, Furball.
Oh, fishing is Ryan's job. Ricky's job is eating.
Hang on a sec. Isn't Ocker gonna have a massive go at you if you don't go back to her with 14 fish to feed all your little pond?
Oh, Ricky forgot. Wifey pond very angry if not catch more fish.
It ain't me she's gonna be angry with.
No, Ryan, catch fish! Catch fish now! Oh, fish! Fish!
Here you are. The breeze feels so good.
It does.
What is it?
Oh, that hairstyle. It looks good on you, that's all. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I was thinking about growing it out, but... Hey, which do you prefer?
Both, of course.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
Jesus.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Sorry. Okay. It's great like that. Don't change it.
I'd forgotten what it feels like to do this. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
Who knows? I'm sure it will be full of ups and downs.
Ups and downs?
I don't know what the future holds. But that means I can imagine the possibilities. We can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Yeah. You're right.
Do you remember what the Monado, I mean Alvis, said to us the last time we saw him?
Yes, of course.
Shulk. This new world is boundless. It is home to not only you, but many forms of life. I can see it. In this world, all life will walk towards the future, hand in hand.
One day, I hope I can meet them all. The people of this endless world.
Me too. We will. I know it.
We'll meet them. And whatever happens, we'll face our future together.
So, are we living on the debris of the Bionis, or what? Well, this was a spectacular game, I gotta admit. So yeah, this is the end. These are the credits. So I'm just gonna go over my experience with the game, the ups and downs, and how I felt about it in general. Kind of like Shulk was saying, the ups and downs. This game actually exceeded my expectations. I heard a lot of good things going into it. People told me it would be a game that I would thoroughly enjoy. It's my type of RPG, story, character development. The combat was actually engaging for a JRPG. Sometimes it can get a little rough, like in the Final Fantasies, the Breath of Fires. Like, some of my favorite games, their combat system can be kind of just basic. This combat system was very, very detailed in how to do it. To be fair, I did end up using a lot of the same arts throughout the game, but that's just my playstyle. I find a way to do it and have fun with it, and if it works, I keep going with it. Now, I did change in some arts at the end every once in a while, actually throughout every once in a while, and it was still pretty good. Story was very fantastic. It was a well-written story, and had some tropes from other RPGs, but in general, it was an original, refreshing story for this day and age, if that makes sense. A lot of RPGs that come out nowadays kind of fall into the same category as either it's open world exploration where everything is scattered and the story's not that strong, like Elder Scrolls series. Don't get me wrong, Skyrim is one of my favorite games, but story-wise, it's not that great. IMO. Or it gets into the completely linear story based, kind of like the last few Final Fantasies, and for the most part kind of falls flat. I will admit, Final Fantasy 13 and 12 were not my favorite RPGs in the world. I kind of stopped caring about Final Fantasies when I beat 10. Don't get me wrong, I like 10, but it started getting a little bit too less explory and more story. I kind of like a healthy mix of both, and this game really, really had that. Music is freaking amazing. This soundtrack is probably the best soundtrack I can remember. Like, I know there's been a lot of good music throughout the age of video games, but this music in this game was brilliant. I'm disappointed the soundtrack is like $40 American, but if it's ever on sale, I'll probably get it. And I hope it does go on sale. Graphically for the Wii, it very good. It's like very good, yes. No, it's surprising to say the least. A lot of the times you play a Wii game and the graphics are subpar, to say the least. But this game was, it looked good, even by today's next-gen standards. It looks really good, and the fact that it was so open world, and yes, there was some artifact popping, or Z fighting as some of it's called, and while that stuff was still there, it wasn't so widespread. Like, you go and play an MMO, and you run off the distance, you'll see flickering all the time, and MMOs these days, it really shouldn't happen like that. Are we already at the end of the credits? God damn it, Monolith, I'm going through my thing, I'm not even done yet. That kind of worries me how long I was talking. But yeah, graphically, for the Wii is amazing what they did with it, how big the worlds were. And yeah, there were some load points and some Z fighting. Start a new game? I guess, sure. Yeah. We'll play through the beginning again. Continue with clear data. You can play the game from beginning using items gained in previous playthrough. Alright. Levels carry over. Nice. Arts carry over. Party affinity carry over. Lovely. Money carried over. Weapons 30 carried over. Armor 30 carried over. Material 60 carried over. Key items cannot be carried over. Other items carry over. Achievements carried over. Achievement trials cannot be carried. I don't know what that means. Affinity chart cannot be carried. Oh, that kind of sucks, but whatever. Shulk now holds the true Monado, so he will not receive the Monado again in subsequent playthroughs. We get the one with the 100% crit rate on... Oh my god, that's amazing. That's going to make things a lot easier. If you clear the game again, the Monado will automatically carry over to your next playthrough provided it is equipped. If it is not equipped when you finish the game, you must choose it to carry over or it will be lost forever. Yeah, I was going on with graphics. Now, I kind of wish they went into a little more detail with, the, like, equipment. How am I supposed to do this? Yeah, we'll take that. Yes. Sure. No, you have a better one, don't you? It's like 3 slots. Okay, I should probably be talking about the end of the game, right? We'll just leave this here. We'll start a new game on my own time. Yeah, graphically, I wish there was more variance in terms of equipment and weapons. A lot of the stuff generally just kind of look palette swap. I understand why they would do that. It's easier, the texture, compared to making new models. Well, cost-wise, I should say, it's easier to do that. Not saying job-wise, it's easier. Cost-wise. Monster-wise, a lot of the stuff started to look the same. There was a lot of reused monsters throughout the entire game. There was some new Mechon near the end that looked really cool. I wish there was more face variants, mass-produced faces, because they all look like Zord, and I get it, mass-produced anything all looks the same, but it would have been nice to have a different face variety to go through. Even if it was, I don't know, palette swapped like Metal Face or Gatos. Then again, Gato was fought at the very end of the Mechon, so it wouldn't have made much sense there. I still don't know what face he was called. But yeah, even if I wish they had more faces in general. They didn't have to be like a person we know and are connected to the party anyway. I just wish there was more variety when it came to that. the scene where a Zord face saves Juju, I like it. I do, because Zord's the one that kidnapped Juju and kind of made him freak out. But we only saw one of them there, so I'm assuming there's more faces out there that were helping. It would have been nice to actually see that. Anything else graphically I want to touch upon? It's good music. Of course it's good music. It's all good music. It's soothing. No, I think there's something I never actually talked about, and that was the status screen changes per area. I noticed it like off screen at one point. I don't think I ever brought it up. It was a unique touch how the status screen will change in the area you're in. It was a very interesting touch they had, and it's neat. Even the littlest of neat little changes like that, it shows character. But I think that's it for graphic. We already went over music. I will say, we'll touch back on audio. The voice acting probably the best in an RPG I've heard. I mean, I'm a fanboy for Final Fantasy IV, but even that had some meh voice acting. In general, I'm not a fan of voice acting. I grew up in the age was when you wanted a character to have a voice, you thought it in your head, children. And I kind of stuck with that because I like the main character to have the voice I chose for him, or the main villain to have a voice I chose for him. So I'm kind of biased when it comes to voiceovers. This one was really good, in my opinion. The only problem with voiceovers in this game I had was actually the face units. When you fought the face units, at least for me, I could not understand what they were saying, like, at all. And like when we fought Munkar outside of his suit, I had no idea what he was saying. It was like, it was just mumbled to me. And I don't know if it's just my hearing is going, or maybe the headset I'm using for the Wii is not that good, but that was the only time I had any issue with the voiceovers, is when I was fighting a face unit. I was like, I don't know what he's saying. It's mumbled to me. But outside in cutscenes, it all sounded crystal clear. It was very well done. And it's kind of a shame that, like, it happened, but it's not a deal breaker. Hopefully in Xenoblade Chronicles X, they actually have the same, like, quality voice actors, because this one actually probably set the bar in terms of voice actors for me. Next up would probably my most hated part of the game, I guess you could say. It's going to be kind of funny because I'm going to be doing this for the next few videos. The side quests. Oh, these side quests. They took a lot of good things from MMOs in terms of, like, you know, quest rewards and even the style of combat. For the most part, there's some differences, obviously, but they also took the worst part of an MMO, which was the side quests. And they didn't just take it for like a handful of quests, they took it for their whole questing system, which I don't get. Like, I don't know why they did that. And it's kind of sad that they did that, because when I do the quests, I'm just like, holy hell, this is not fun. And that might just be me. I'm not a big fan of generic questing, which, you know, it really is on me. I should know by now that most games in general will have generic questing these days. So it's something I should probably learn to enjoy, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I hope Xenoblade X, Xenoblade Chronicles X, changes it up a little bit, makes it a little more streamlined. Like they said, it was optional, but it's one of those things, if you want to see everything in the game, you have to do it. But yeah, I think the most annoying part of the game was the questing. I didn't even mind, like, the trade system was pretty cool. I actually liked that a lot. I didn't use it all too much until the end of the game, but mostly because it was affected by affinity, and you gained affinity from questing. And while I kept up with the quests for probably, I think Machina Forest is when I was like, alright, I gotta go do quests. While I kept up with the questing then, it was still like, I don't really want to look at their trades until I know, like, I'm at 5 stars and they get better stuff. Do these guys just all have their equipment already on them? Because I really don't need these weapons, to be quite honest. I don't see the ones they had equipped. Whatever, I could just beat the game again. Now for the head slots. So in general, like, in the end, I guess I'll just say is, this was a fantastic game. And I'm glad I got around to playing it. And I'm glad I did it on, for my, my YouTube channel as well. And thank you guys for watching it and helping out in the comment section. It probably increased the enjoyment of the game a lot more than, like, getting comments about what I missed or what I could do better, or, just reactions to what was coming up or what had happened. Thank you actually for not spoiling anything. I was worried. It's one of those things about doing blind LPs that actually had me worried, is I'm like, oh man, if some dick comes into the comment section and spoils something, I'm gonna be salty. Thankfully, no one did. In fact, someone like anti-spoiled something. I believe it was when Fiora first left our party, when she was killed off, and about a week later, after the episode was up, I got a comment. He's like, nah, she's really dead. She's gone for good. I was like, way to rub it in, but that was good, because for the most part, until I started piecing things together on my own, I wasn't expecting her to come back until I was pretty convinced Munkar was in that suit, and I was like, oh, well, we never saw a body, so she might not be dead. And then the voice sounded familiar to me. Someone told me I was just being biased, but her and Manet's voice sounded pretty familiar to me. And so I was like, oh man, I'm pretty sure that's her. And then it was, so yay. I was right about something. As for my guesses, yeah, I was not really right at all. I expected Dixon to die. I still felt bad about that. Elvis, yeah, I didn't expect him to be the Monado. I actually expected Shulk to be the Monado. It's even weird just saying it's the Monado. I expected him to be the essence, Shulk to be the essence of the Monado that had broken off from Zanza. Elvis, I just thought he was either like the good side of Zanza. Actually, I think he was just the good side of Zanza. I don't remember, or the third guard, as Shulk ended up being. So I got, like, if I had just said my guesses for Elvis, for Shulk, I probably would have had it. I didn't really like the design of the swords for Zanza at the end. Or his armor made him look kind of silly. It looked like it kind of looked like a bad cosplay of the Bionis, if you ask me. But it was still alright. I mean, it was kind of silly. His second form was pretty good. Was there anything else that I guess? Yeah, I don't think this was ever, like, covered at the end, but was it a new landmass or just the debris of the Bionis? Because I'm imagining if that was the debris of the Bionis, a lot of people probably died, right? Kind of seemed like a lot of people would have died. Hell, when the Bionis imploded, kind of seems like a lot of people would have died. Then again, if Shulk was the new god, the creator, I guess he could have prevented that. I'm assuming he's not a god anymore and actually doesn't have the Monado 3 or the true Monado, as he threw it up into the other Monados. Also, go figure, it was a white guy that kills the entire universe, right? It's always the crazy white people. I'm white, by the way. I can say that sort of stuff. But yeah, I guess this is, yeah, I guess it's the end. But not the end, because I'm going to be doing side quests. So it's the end of the story, but not the end of the LP. But I will say now, thank you everyone who has watched this, and who has commented, and who has liked the videos. You guys are awesome, and I hope to see you all on the side quests, or in my future LPs, or at the very least when I start Xenoblade Chronicles X, whenever the hell that gets released. But yeah, if you liked the episode, press the like button below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you head over to my video section and check out some of my past content. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.